Welcome to the Folsom Youth Basketball Association's Facility Monitor Training. Today, we're going to be covering the FYBA mission and your role in that. Why do we have a facility monitor, and what are the qualification requirements to be one? What are the responsibilities? And then a checklist of what to do next. The FYBA's mission is to teach the fundamental skills of basketball with a fun, safe, healthy environment to the youth of Folsom. It's a recreational program, and the facility monitor helps us maintain a safe environment for the kids to learn and grow as players. The reasons the FYBA has a facility monitor is because we're a member of the Folsom Athletic Association. The FAA helps secure gyms for the FYBA. They work with the Folsom Cordova Unified School District and the City of Folsom. We have a great track record of maintaining facilities. We have great direct relationships with both city and school administrators. And really, we're obliged to be good stewards of these facilities that we have privilege to have access to. So we created the facility monitor to help maintain and be good stewards. What are the requirements of a facility monitor? Well, you have to be at least 18 years old. You cannot be the coach or the assistant coach, so you can't double up on the duties. One person must be assigned the facility monitor and be signed up on the FYBA website to do that role. Now, if you can't make it to practice, you can arrange for someone else, generally another parent on the team that's over 18, to step in for you. It can be a shared role. So if you do it 3 or 4 weeks, and then another parent does it for a couple weeks, this is fine. But always make sure that you have a facility monitor at the practice, because you may be audited, either by the city or by the FYBA. Someone will stop by and say, hey, who's the facility monitor? And they'll look around to make sure that all the duties are being performed. You also may need to be live scanned. This is a background check that the FYBA pays for. You may find yourself in this situation if a coach doesn't have an assistant coach. Then the next person in line to be background checked is the facility monitor. The FYBA has a policy of 2 deep leadership on an FYBA team to be background checked. Duties. There's a couple things that the facility monitor is responsible for and not responsible for. First and foremost, the facility monitor's job is to help ensure a safe environment for players, spectators, during practices only. We'll get back to that in a second. Intervene in any unsafe behavior, tell them to knock it off, right? Hanging around the rims, things like that. Generally, the coach is going to have this under control, but just in case, we have you there. Do not allow any food in the gym, right? Water's fine, but no sports drinks or soda or other sticky things that can mess up the floor, get it sticky, that sort of thing. Watch for and stop any kids from using marking shoes, the ones that maybe are black-soled and leave scuff marks all over the floor. That costs the city a lot of time, money to clean up. You may need to tidy up, throw away some bottles or a piece of paper. If you find some jackets or something, you may need to move some tables around. You may need to find a custodian to address an issue like turning on lights, and in rare cases, opening up the facility, perhaps unlocking a bathroom. And you're going to want to and be responsible for reporting any facility issues. You're not responsible for doing anything during the games on Saturdays, okay? You're also not responsible for fixing bathrooms or fixing facilities. There's no cleanup. You're not required to clean up bathrooms or anything. That's the job of the custodian of the facility. You will not be required to have keys to unlock or lock or unlock facilities. In some places, you may find a key for the bathroom on the wall, but generally everything will be unlocked. And if you find something that's locked, go find a custodian. You're not responsible for monitoring anything beyond the gym or the adjacent bathrooms. All right. The duties at a glance and a bit of a timeline. 5 minutes before practice, try to get there a little bit early, inspect the gym for any safety hazards, any issues, and address those if you can. You'll want to go and inspect the bathrooms to make sure that that those are in functioning order. There's nothing wrong. You may need to do a little tidy up. If there's a facility monitor already there, talk to them, see if there's any issues. And in some facilities, we'll get to that in a moment, you may need to move some tables and chairs. During the practice, just monitor safety issues, food and water. You may have to help the coach with a bio break, and we'll get to that in a second as well. After practice, re-inspect the gym, do any tidy up, walk the bathroom one more time. If there's something that you need to address and there's a team coming in after you, tell the facility monitor or coach about the issue. And if you're closing down one of the select gyms, you may need to move some tables and chairs back. We ask you to find a custodian who's on site to address any issues that you cannot or should not handle. After that, call the FYBA hotline at 1-855-FYBA-HELP. And then email our facilities coordinator at the email on the screen for non-urgent issues and if you have a report to make. Okay, let's address the bio break, right? And you may need to help the coach with this. Kids are gonna need to visit the bathroom while practice continues at times. So if the coach doesn't stop and have all the kids go at once. Sometimes this means you have to leave the gym because the bathroom is outside the actual gym facility. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that at least 2 kids go together, and you can actually go and escort them before you let them into the gym. Kind of look in, or excuse me, into the bathroom. Go in there, kind of poke around, make sure everything is all good, and then have the kids do their business. Stand outside. What you want to avoid is having 1 kid and 1 adult in the bathroom at the same time. Ensure that they're listening, make sure everything's up fine. They're not doing anything wrong. Then get the group and re-enter the gym. It's just a simple sort of supervisory duty. So you may need to have to help the coach with that. Pretty easy and straightforward. Okay, that's pretty much it. A final few things and some next steps. Schools with specific configurations, Carl Sundall, Oak Chan, Folsom Hills, Theodore Judah, and Sandra Gallardo have special configurations, and it's all up on the wall for a printout to see how you need to reconfigure the tables. You don't do that every practice, just the final practice of the night. If you want to get all of these instructions on the page, you can go to the website, pictured on the screen, and under the Documents tab, you can find Facility Monitor Overview. With that, we ask you to take the Facility Monitor quiz. That will get you credit and will mark you down that you've taken and completed the training. With that, the FYBA would like to thank you for volunteering your time to help make a great recreational league for the kids of Folsom and be great stewards of the facilities that the FAA has helped secure for our use. Thank you.